Welcome to the Pregnancy Loss Podcast, the place I created for moms like us. Pregnancy loss is all-encompassing and creates an overarching theme that runs through our lives forever. We have to learn to live with and beside the grief of losing our baby. We have to learn how to live again, how to parent again, how to engage and interact and be social again, how to communicate effectively to connect with our spouses and significant others. We have to find who we are now. I'm here to empower and inspire you to live a life even with our unique circumstances. We cannot change what happened, but we can grow and use that strength and resilience to create a life that we love. I'm here to share everything I know about grief, motherhood, loss, marriage, friendship, and parenting. I'm here to encourage you to find the beautiful side of grief, the side where we don't have to isolate ourselves or suppress the need to share stories, the side where you have moms just like you to support and encourage you. The side where we become the best versions of ourselves, not in spite of our loss, but thanks to it. Pregnancy loss is devastating, but it can also be an opportunity to reflect on who we were and who we want to become. So join me every Tuesday for a new episode on the Pregnancy Loss Podcast. Let's jump in. Hi, mamas. Welcome back to another episode of the Pregnancy Loss and Motherhood Podcast. Almost forgot the name for a minute. I'm so happy you're here today. We are going to jump in and talk about this idea that when you lose a baby or you go through some traumatic, that talking about it and wanting to share your experience and story with others because it makes you feel connected and not so alone, and that it means that we're looking for attention. This drives me crazy. So if we talk about it, we're looking for attention. I've seen enough chats and forums and social media to know that there are parts of society, groups of people, if you will, that feel the need to tell lost moms that they're just trying to get attention. Say things like, why would you share a picture of your dead baby? Why would you celebrate their birthday and put it on Facebook? Like, you're asking for criticism. You're asking for people to be rude. And if we want to be honest, yes, we're looking for attention, but not in the shallow ways that you think. We're looking for attention from others who have experienced what we have. We are looking for community to connect to. We're looking for other moms and dads and humans in general that have experienced stillbirth or miscarriage or an ectopic pregnancy or a blighted ovum or an incompetent cervix or neonatal death. We are trying to find our people, our tribe, those that understand what we are going through. And how do you do this? By staying silent? You fucking don't. You don't. You have to talk about it. You have to reach people. You have to find these people. There's a part of us, a part of society as well, that thinks if we talk about babies, it'll hurt more. It will prevent us from healing. It'll push people away. It'll keep us stuck. We won't be able to move on. It's such a narrative that needs to change. And another thing, along with trigger warnings and related to pregnancy loss, that I'm just trying to stop. Okay, talking about our babies and the experience that we had is what heals us. The more we're able to share and talk about our stories and share our babies is a baby step each time towards healing from this experience. If you're a lost mom, you know that you will never get over it. That is another thing that drives me crazy. There's no getting over it. If you're a mom and your child dies, are you going to get over that? No. Yes, it's a different experience, right? Especially if you've had time with them. You've spent a part of your life with them, living life. You've made memories, and it's different. But you're not going to forget them. You're not going to want to be, have to ball up in a closet and feel like you can't talk to anybody about it. Different experience. Same thought. These are our babies. These are our children. I will never not share Evelyn. I will never not share pictures of her. She was a full-term baby. She was an infant. There is no reason she should have died. With all the testing that I had done, before I had her, there was nothing wrong. So of course I want to share her because I'll never be able to do it in a physical way again. We're sharing our babies because, like I just said, they're as real to us as your living or our living and breathing children that we have. Why would we not share it? We don't want to have shame about our babies dying and putting their stuff in a memory box and putting it in the back of a closet. That's not where our babies belong. I mean, for some of us, if that's what we need to do, we need to disassociate or we need to compartmentalize to get through certain parts of our healing journeys and the trauma. That's okay. I had to do that too. But now that's not where I want her to stay. Most of the time she's sitting right here with me. Emmett has her pictures in her urn though. He's been walking around and bringing her around everywhere. Society as a whole, this is what you make mothers feel like doing. Or rather, this is what we think we're supposed to be doing. Shoving down the grief, hiding our babies, feeling shame, and feeling guilt towards our babies for hiding them. As if, we're so ashamed of them. And we're not. The healing part, it's done through processing and talking and living through those emotions. When we process and we talk and we're sharing our experiences and we're making those connection with others who've experienced it, that's where the biggest leaps in our healing come from. Time, yes. Time does not heal all, but time makes that experience softer. There will, of course, still be days where it feels like it just happened again. So time, yes, is what helps healing, but connection is the number one thing that is what helps heal us. That is why it's okay to be loud. That's why it's okay to talk about your baby and your story and what you've been through, because other people will find you, the ones just like you, the ones who have experienced the same thing you have. And you may just be the one to save them. Have you ever thought about that? You may just make it okay for them to speak and talk about their baby and share their story. And I think in the loss community, that is in all of us. We are all able to help heal someone else or share parts of us that will help heal them. Not fully, of course, but different aspects. And also, I mean, if you're here and you're not ready to share your story and share your baby, that is okay. Not everyone will want to ever, and that's okay. You may never be ready. You don't need anyone's permission or opinions on what they think you should do. You do whatever you have to do to survive in the beginning. And then as time goes on, you determine what's best for you and your family. For those of us, though, the more that we share and the more that we find that tribe of moms, the more you'll start to see the other side of loss. This is the side where you will experience joy again. You will experience happiness again and laughter. You will find the sun rising in the morning a gift rather than a nuisance, reminding you of another day without your baby. Because in the beginning, that was a big, I don't want to say trigger, but that was really hard for me because it reminded me of having to be in labor with Evelyn after I had repeatedly asked for a C-section and they wouldn't give it to me. And so I got all the drugs I could, anything to help with the pain and put me to sleep. And every time I woke up, I was reminded of what was going on. And at first I didn't know, like you're in a daze. And it was a reminder over and over and over again. And this was over the course of 7, 8 hours. And so when the sun came up, that was just kind of like reminding me of that experience. Anyways, we are looking, so in regards to the title of this, yes, we are looking for attention. We're looking for the attention of others who are in the space, who are advocating and working in the political space for lost moms, trying to pass bills, trying to get stillbirth certificates, which did just happen in England, I believe. Can't quote me on everything. The ones who are working to pass laws and maternity leave for moms who lose babies and these types of things, working to get better support for moms. All the nonprofits that do these things, more maternity leave, all of these experiences that moms have gone through. This is what has come out of it. purpose, a passion to help other moms like us. We are sharing our devastatingly tragic experience in hopes that we can get support. Some moms don't have any type of support, and all they may have is a group of online women they have never met. Maybe they need to hear from other women who have gone through it and need that assurance that the pain and grief won't always be so heavy. And for some of us, our online tribes of women are the most important thing in our lives at some points. And it is such a blessing to have them. We're humans. We need connection. We need to feel supported. We need to be loved. And part of getting these needs met is sharing our story, asking for support, trying to get that attention on us so that we can connect with others. It's not about woe is me. It's not about making people feel sorry for us and bad for us. We already got enough of that on our own. Like, we lost our baby. We don't need other people's pity. We are already so devastated and have experienced so many of other people's emotions. We don't need to hear that from other humans that should be helping us and supporting us, not making us feel bad that we're asking for help and asking for attention and support and trying to find ways to help. I just want you to know that if this is where you are right now and, you're searching for your tribe and you're so scared to share because you see these crazy internet trolls and these people who have never experienced what you're going through, but think that they can, tell you how you're feeling and tell you can't do this and you can't do that and you shouldn't do that because you're making them uncomfortable or whatever. If somebody's uncomfortable looking at pictures of your baby, they don't need to be on your page, do they? And I'll bet you they're sitting there on it. I'll tell you one thing about lost moms, and that is that we don't give a shit about what you think once we're past a certain point in our healing. In the beginning, that's all you're worried about. You're worried about everybody else but yourself. You're worried about people, what they're going to say. You're worried about them telling other people. You're worried that they're going to see you without your baby and your postpartum body. You're scared they're going to ask questions. You're scared that they're going to, blame you for your baby dying. You're scared that, they're going to leave you and your marriage isn't going to last. And, your other kids are going to be so traumatized. Like, we're so worried about everybody in the beginning. But there is a pivotal moment where it's like, fuck that. Why? You have never lived a moment in my shoes, have gone through what I have. And we are so resilient, so resilient. So just know, if you're new in your grief, the time will come where you reach that pivotal moment and you can tell people off if that's what you need to do, but you will get stronger and you will be so grounded in your views and how you share your baby and how you talk about your baby in your life. You'll get there. I promise. I wanted to share something that I'm working on. I have two wonderful women working with me. One is a lost mom and the other is a doula who is so into doing whatever she can to help. But I am creating a membership for moms who are at that pivotal moment, that are ready to take on the world, that are ready to find a path, a purpose, a direction, finding their identities after the loss, figuring out who they are, how to love themselves again, how to trust themselves. It's going to be the coolest thing ever created, and I am so excited. I will share updates as we go on. It's in the beginning stages, but if you're interested in joining, I'm going to definitely do a founding members launch where, it's super cheap, affordable. It'll always be affordable, but it'll be a chance for us to connect in real, live, but I'll put a link in the show notes on Spotify. the description that you can enter your email, and then you'll be notified of all the notifications on the membership and things that are coming. Throwing that out there. Remember too, there is a coloring book and a journal on Amazon if you guys need a creative outlet, and the free resources on my website as well. And if there's anything you need specifically, please email me. My email is on all of the description boxes in every episode. You can email me about anything. I am always here to support you, and I 100% mean that. So I hope you guys have just a beautiful week. Springtime is coming. Keep holding that faith that things will be better and that it'll get better, because it truly will. I love you all so much. I am so thankful you are here. And I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for listening to the Pregnancy Loss Podcast. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I created a guide on 20 ways to celebrate your angel baby. It gives you 20 amazing ways to celebrate their birthdays or ways to just remember them on any given day. If you want to download it, head over to valenweb.com/resources and click the link. I hope you guys have a great week. See you next time.